to the stage as we welcome Mr. Tradeep Raj Bhandari today on our today's program. Can we all have a round of applause? We just had lunch. Let's show some more energy here. Thank you. And I'll request Mr. Sanjeev Gupta to extend a warm welcome from IPCA on behalf of all of us here at IPCA to Mr. Tradeep Raj Bhandari with a seed box here, a little green welcome to Mr. Tradeep Raj Bhandari. And just to introduce you to our next speaker in a very brief introduction, a law and management graduate from the prestigious National Law University of Jodhpur, Mr. Raj Bhandari left his flourishing career with one of the leading law firms in India to join his family business in the year 2011. And understanding the potential and opportunities of the field, he laid the foundation of the Ceramics and Chemicals division of Sinco Industries Limited in the year 2013. And it was in just under a decade he has successfully carved out a niche for himself through his sharp business acumen and trademark determination. And with him at the helm, Sinco Industries has significantly expanded its footprint in the paint industry with a wide range of products from grinding beads and different varieties of balls, specialty carbon black, dispersion agents, desiccants and absorbents, to a recent foray into finished products, primarily wood coatings. And a prolific writer and a passionate animal lover, Mr. Tradeep Raj Bhandari is all about making the right choices. And we welcome him today because his presentation is also all about that, about making the right choices in the grinding media. So over to you, without wasting any time, I hand it over to you, Mr. Bhandari.
Sabhi ko saadar namaste. We come from a very small place, Jodhpur, which was initially very insignificant to a lot of people present here, especially for the chemical industry. We started almost a decade back. In 2013, we started our product range for the chemical industry for paints, pigments, agrochemicals, inks, coatings, etc. This is the brief product profile that Sinco Industries currently has to offer. We started with the grinding media vertical in 2013. We represent a company called Chemco Advanced Materials, and we have a complete foray of grinding media with us, all the way from glass beads to yttria stabilized zirconium oxides. Then we represent another company called Black Horse Carbon Black, where we are doing a complete range of specialty coatings, specialty carbon blacks for all kinds of paints, pigments, inks, coatings, automotive coatings, industrial paints, etc. The same company we are also doing dispersion agents for. We've recently signed up an agreement with a German company called Niho, of which we've started with the wood coatings. This is our foray into finished goods, and this company also does a lot of coatings, UV coatings, etc. for foils, plastics, etc. A brief summary of the leading paint manufacturers we've been associated with over the past humble part of a decade. We've been working with BASF, PPG Asian, Nerolac, Uflex, Ultramarine Pigment, Berger Bangladesh, Sabu Coatings, Flint Group, etc. The experience with the paint industry has been humbling. We had a lot of jitters, a lot of bottlenecks in the beginning, but I should admit in a very humble fashion that the industry has been very welcoming to us for being an absolutely new corporate coming from a new place with an entirely new product range. Now let's spring to the topic. This is what my presentation is going to be centered around. The primary questions that normally is found asking about grinding media, this is what my presentation is going to be centered around today. The first and the most important, which has also been the biggest bottleneck to us, is the make or the origin of the beads, especially zirconia beads. Then what will be the life of your media? I have not seen a single customer not asking me this question. Grinding efficiency, how fast can your media help achieve our final product? What should be our machine capacity? Will your media damage our machine in any manner? Will it cause wear and tear to the machine? How do we compare two kinds of grinding media? How do you compare a zirconium silicate or a yttria stabilized zirconium oxide or a ceria stabilized zirconium oxide? Or how do you compare two makes of grinding media? And finally, the basic question of what size should we use and how do you determine the quantity? So let's start with the first, the make or the origin of the grinding media. I should, on a very humble note, share the experience of the past decade. When we started in 2013, being associated with a Chinese company for grinding media, the first question that 99% people used to ask us was that your media is Chinese, it will not be consistent, the quality will not be good, why should we at all use this media against European brands? And let me tell you, we've been able to significantly respond to this demand, and we are now so well established in all sectors across the country that I can tell you with all my confidence that origin of media is never conclusive. For the grinding media business matrix, you would notice that people end up buying material which is contract manufactured in China, or the material origin is China, the plant is based in China, just the brand is European, and people are ready to pay all the premium in the world for the brand. But what they do not realize, or they fail to realize, is that they should be instead focusing on the chemical composition, hardness, density and other qualities of the media instead of the origin or the make. It is not the question of where the media is coming from. The better question to ask is, what is the quality of the media? What is the chemical composition of the media? What is the hardness? What is the density? How many references do you have? How established you are in the country? Another bottleneck that we faced with regard to make or origin, we essentially do yttria stabilized zirconium oxide, and our competition in the name of European origin etc. will generally pose Syria stabilized zirconium oxide or magnesia stabilized zirconium oxide against us, saying that our quality is better even if their specifications are better. So I should tell you that if you are about to compare any two products, please compare pricing only apple to apple and not two different purities or two different chemical compositions. Then another important parameter for anyone could be, you could speak to your bead mill manufacturer, you could speak to other customers in the market, you could ask the vendor whether he has good or plausible references in the market where he can assure you of the quality from. And if the vendor is able to support, I would humbly request you to ignore the origin, stick to the chemical physical characteristics and the references that the vendor has, and therefore you take an informed call and you reach the right grinding media. The second question with regard to grinding media that is normally posed is, what will be the life of your media? लोग इंक्वायरी करते समय बहुत आसानी से पूछते हैं कितना टन मटेरियल ग्राइंड होगा, कितने आवर्स लाइफ चलेगी, कितना लंबा चलेगा. Let me tell you in a very candid fashion, if there is any grinding media manufacturer जो कि zirconium beads या zirconium oxide या aluminum oxide based products बेच रहा है, और वो अगर आपको सही prediction दे दे कि आपका 1 टन, 2 टन, 100 टन, 200 टन मटेरियल मेरा मीडिया ग्राइंड करेगा बिफोर गेटिंग worn out, he is either fooling himself or he doesn't know what his media is all about, because grinding involves n number of applications, n number of parameters, n number of variables in a manner that you cannot predict what the exact life of a specific grinding media in a specific application or in a specific environment will be. Yes, you can benchmark, आप दो तरह के grinding media को compare कर सकते हैं, but अगर आप ये predict कभी नहीं कर सकते कि आपका grinding media एक given environment में कितना चलेगा. So then, what does the life depend on? The life depends on the first and the most important, the physical and chemical characteristics of the grinding media itself. The greater the core content in the media, the better will be the life. अपने मीडिया के स्पेसिफिकेशंस में उसको खरीदने से पहले उसमें एल्यूमिना कंटेंट कितना है, उसमें जिरकोनियम ऑक्साइड कंटेंट कितना है देखें. Stabilizing agents can comfortably be ignored. Yttrium oxide and cerium oxide or silica or others, as they put it in their data sheets, does not determine the life of your media. What determines the life of your media is the core composition of aluminum oxide or zirconium oxide. Then density and hardness, obviously. The second is the nature of the material that you are grinding. That has a big implication on how much your grinding media is going to survive in a given environment. आप लोग paint grind करते हैं, grinding media will last, a yttria stabilized zirconium oxide can last up to 3, 4, 5 years. उसी yttrium stabilized zirconium oxide को आप अगर ceramic digital ink grind करने के लिए या कोई भी zirconium based pigment grind करने के लिए देंगे, उसकी life will be much shorter, because the material that you are grinding there is corrosive in itself. A similar corrosion is noted when agrochemical people grind SC formulations or WTG formulations. So आप क्या ग्राइंड कर रहे हैं will be very very determinative or will have a mass impact on the life of your media. The third is your machine parameters. Your machine parameters, आपकी मशीन का RPM कितना है, आपकी मशीन का ओरिएंटेशन कैसा है, आपकी मशीन की फंक्शनैलिटी कैसी है, आपकी मशीन की फैब्रिकेशन क्वालिटी क्या है, इस पे आपकी ग्राइंडिंग मीडिया की लाइफ विल heavily depend. And the last parameter that is not listed here is, are you using the compatible grinding media for your machine? I have seen people trying to save cost. Nets का, WAP का, Buller का, high speed machine होगा, and they will come back to us saying हमें zirconium silicate beads दे दो. Their only intent is cost बचेगा. What they miss or what they ignore completely or blatantly is that zirconium silicate beads will not survive, or a lighter density media will not withstand the RPM and the pressure that the equipment will create. The next, especially for people who are MSME and who use batch type bead mills, etc., with this slide, I would like to put forward a very specific request. I have seen the Indian industry being specifically in love with glass beads and steatite ceramic balls. आप लोग कुछ यूज नहीं करना चाहेंगे तो भी ग्लास बीड और स्टेटाइट सेरामिक बॉल will never be left. I have seen people so stuck with it that people simply refuse to graduate. आप अगर एक एक्सक्यूज मी, इसको फिक्स कर दो ना भैया. So with regard to this, we'll start with certain very specific common errors that are made. The first is, please do not buy your machines from unorganized vendors, especially batch type machines, or do not try and get them fabricated locally based on specifications of a reputed manufacturer. It does not work out. People come back with poorly fabricated machines which do not have the proper metallic composition, जिनका RPM का अता पता नहीं होता, जिनका alignment का अता पता नहीं होता, and it has a very bad impact on the grinding media being used. And once that happens, you are stuck with nothing but glass beads. 200 लीटर का मशीन है सर, and you come back with a motor capacity of 5 HP. Even if someone wants to make you graduate, make you achieve a certain level of grinding efficiency, it does not become possible only because your machine is under equipped. The second is motor capacity. Similar to fabrication quality, if you do not, a machine is a capital investment. If you do not invest appropriately in it, you will end up spending much more on your grinding media, on your power, and you will suffer the cost of slow production. The third, that is the most common with machines from the unorganized sector. हम लोग 1.7 kg per liter density का मीडिया देते हैं जिसकी हार्डनेस है 7 on more scale. People use it and come back to us saying आपके माल ने हमारे पेंट को ग्रे कर दिया. This is a very common question that is posed to us all the time. Our response is on a very humble note as below. हमारी बॉल को लीजिए, उसको हैमर करिए, उसको हैमर करके देखिए उसमें कुछ ग्रे है क्या. There is nothing grey about the ball. But the fabrication quality of your steel is so poor that a 7 Mohs scale hardness ka media is wearing it out, which is something you should be really particular about, and you should not buy machines or not try and get them fabricated in the local market in the unorganized sector. The D part, there are products in the market which are an exact substitute to glass beads, which are a wonderful substitute to glass beads, and which are जिनके बारे में awareness भी नहीं है, trial करने के लिए में people are afraid, and not many people tend to graduate. Let me take a very small illustration. आप glass bead 80 रुपए किलो 90 रुपए किलो खरीदते हैं. It becomes sharpeners inside your machine. मशीन का डिश खराब होता है, मशीन का शेल खराब होता है, ग्राइंडिंग एफिशिएंसी नहीं आती, प्रोडक्ट कंटामिनेट होता है, सारे पॉसिबल डीमेरिट्स आप फेस करते हैं. सिमिलर हैपेंस विद स्टेटाइट सेरामिक बॉल which is nothing but 5% alumina and nothing else. There are products which have life 10 to 15 times compared to glass beads. जो कि एल्यूमिनियम ऑक्साइड और जिरकोनियम ऑक्साइड का लाइट डेंसिटी मीडिया होता है 1.7 1.9 kg पर लीटर की डेंसिटी का, विच इज अ परफेक्ट सब्सटीट्यूट टू ग्लास बीड्स. अगर आपकी मशीन की फैब्रिकेशन क्वालिटी अच्छी है, you can very comfortably just pick out glass beads and place those media, and you will reduce your grinding media cost your total grinding cost in terms of grinding media by at least 30 to 40%. Not only us, there are other vendors in the market who are selling these media जिनमें 40% alumina, 60% alumina, 30% zirconia. These are the kind of compositions that are there. The density does not go above 1.9 kg per liter, तो आपको heat generation की चिंता नहीं है, आपके मशीन का वेयर एंड टेयर नहीं होगा क्योंकि हार्डनेस ज्यादा नहीं होती. ऑल फैक्टर्स आर सॉर्टेड इफ द मशीन इज इक्विप्ड. सो द पॉइंट बेसिकली हियर इज, इफ यू आर देयर इन द मार्केट टू प्रोड्यूस अ प्रोडक्ट विच इज कंसिस्टेंट एंड यू वांट टू डू इट फास्ट, प्लीज बाय मशीन्स इवन इफ बैच टाइप फ्रॉम द ऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर, and do not use glass beads or steatite ceramic media in them. Use medium or light density media in them. Now the most typical question that is there, आप लोग zirconium beads खरीदने जाते हैं, every vendor in India has their own price product matrix, and there is not a single customer who does not compare at least 2 quotations before making a capital investment as heavy as zirconium beads. So the first step you should be taking while you are comparing zirconia beads of any kinds is the core content. As I mentioned earlier, regardless of the origin of the beads, अगर आपके वेंडर के पास रेफरेंसेस हैं, फूड ग्रेड सर्टिफिकेशंस हैं, प्रॉपर क्वालिटी सर्टिफिकेशंस हैं, और उसका कोर कंटेंट ज्यादा है, his beads or whatever the vendor is, their beads are superior by definition. It is not that a European manufacturer bringing in an 80% pure bead is comparable with a Chinese manufacturer bringing in a 95% pure bead. These two products are not comparable. The first loses hands down. So please compare the core content of the alumina or the zirconia content in the bead and the yttria or ceria content. The second is the physical parameters, the density, the hardness, which is mostly similar for most zirconium beads. The formation method becomes important if you are indulging into dry grinding. Most zirconia or alumina based products in a smaller size are not suitable for dry grinding. The reason is the formation method. So if you are taking material for dry grinding, please specifically pose this question to your vendor, whether your product is suitable and what is the formation method. Another very important parameter is the sintering temperatures and duration. If the product is consistent, the manufacturer is sintering zirconia beads at a minimum of 1400 degrees and for a minimum duration of 8 to 36 hours. Then specifically for when you are comparing magnesia, ceria or yttria stabilized zirconium beads, please check with your manufacturers whether they have food grade certifications. Because if a manufacturer with a higher purity in zirconium beads also has a food grade certification, the quality is certainly better, especially when such certification comes from German labs, etc. Now we come to the last part of the second last part of the presentation about the size of the beads. हम लोग normally interfere नहीं करते हैं with what size is supposed to be given. भैया, can you please fix this? We normally do not interfere with the size of the beads that are supposed to be given to any customer, because we normally leave this question to the bead mill manufacturers themselves, because beads are a very small part. But here is a general set of guidelines. जितना छोटा आपका बीड होगा उतना ज्यादा सरफेस एरिया एक्सपोज्ड होगा, उतने ज्यादा voids बनेंगे और उतनी तेज ग्राइंडिंग होगी. But then you have to ensure that your diameter of grinding media is at least 20 to 50 times bigger than the D99 particle that you are feeding into your machine. Nahi to the void will be too small and the particle will be too big. Another small humble point that we would want to make here is that we've seen a culture in India that आप लोग सब narrow range beads prefer करते हैं. 0.81, 1, 1.2, 0.9, 1.1. No one wants to go to a tolerance of 0.4 mm in high speed mills. But if you tend to do that, you will benefit from a greater variety in the size of voids that you make. You will also benefit from a greater life of beads, specifically for the higher, bigger size beads. And then जो D50 particle आप achieve करेंगे, it will be normally be, the thumb rule is that it will normally be 1 by 1000 of the diameter of your grinding media. Then the last two caveats here are जितना आपका स्टेनर एपर्चर साइज है, नीचे की छलनी का, सीव का जो साइज है, अपने ग्राइंडिंग मीडिया को ध्यान रख के उससे रीजनेबली बड़ा रखें, so that you do not face choking. This is another very common problem that people come back to us with. कम से कम you keep a gap of 0.5 to 1 mm between your strainer aperture size and your grinding media. And then in order to ensure that the beads do not flatten out, please keep always keep the grinding media 3 to 5 times smaller than the gaps between the wall and the agitating arm of the machine. Finally, the quantity that you are supposed to fill, the formula for calculating or computing quantity is generally very easy. The volume of the equipment into the density of the media into percentage fill. अगर 100 लीटर का मशीन है, 60% भरना है, जिरकोनियम सिलिकेट से भरना है, 100 into the density of the media which is 2.4 into 0.6. This is how you derive. अगर एक डायनोमिल है, 30 लीटर का मशीन है, 80% भरना है, जिरकोनियम ऑक्साइड से भरना है, so the volume is 30 liters into 3.8 into 0.8. That is how you determine the quantity you are supposed to fill in a grinding media. And the thumb rule behind with the kind of machines is there, 80 to 85% for your dyno mills. Some people go up to 90% as well. अगर आप बैच टाइप क्लोज कंटिन्यूस मिल यूज if you are using a closed continuous mill vertical, 70 to 80%, for an open 60 to 70%. Now here are a set of requests that we've been wanting to make to the industry for a long time. Please phase out your glass beads and steatite ceramic balls. आप लोग इन प्रोडक्ट्स को यूज करके केवल सिंपल शब्दों में अपना नुकसान करते हैं. स्टीएटाइट सिरेमिक बॉल इज 4% एल्यूमिना, बहुत अच्छी बना लो, 6% एल्यूमिना, सिलिका बाइंडर एक्सेट्रा, नथिंग एल्स. हाईएस्ट प्रोबेबल वेयर एंड टियर, मैक्सिमम कंटामिनेशन, मैक्सिमम मशीन का डैमेज, एवरीथिंग इज नेगेटिव अबाउट द प्रोडक्ट. एक 6 mm स्टीएटाइट सिरेमिक बॉल इंडिया में 90 रुपए, 100 रुपए, 120 रुपए किलो बिकता है. द सेम प्रोडक्ट इफ यू यूज इन अ 90% एल्यूमिना और 60% एल्यूमिना, जो बेटर प्रोडक्ट है, इट विल गिव यू अ लाइफ 15 to 20 टाइम्स. सो इफ आई मल्टीप्लाई 100 with 15, 1500 रुपए की वैल्यू आपको 300 रुपए, 400 रुपए में कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वेंडर विल बी एबल टू एक्सटेंड. इट इज जस्ट दैट यू नीड टू इक्विप योर मशीन in a manner that you are able to exploit the advantage. The same is with glass beads. आप 15 बार glass bead change करें या कोई medium density zirconia media को एक बार change करें, which is more comfortable to you conceivably. So therefore, this is the first request. The second is, Indian market has a huge mix of zirconium oxide beads. लोग आपको yellow, black, brown, pearl white, there are a complete variety of zirconium oxide beads जिसका जो जहां जैसे भाव बैठता है, people buy. So my request here is that if you get a higher purity in zirconium beads at a competitive price, please opt for that higher purity, because between a lower purity zirconia and a higher purity zirconia, you will see a life difference going up to 30 to 40% also. That is, I am humbly speaking only from experience. So if you are getting a higher purity zirconia, please go with the higher purity zirconia, even if you are paying a small premium in the price. And the last and the most important is, there was a bead mill, there was a dyno mill user based out of India only. I received a sample saying, आपकी beads टूट गई. Our beads were pearl white, they were yttria stabilized. When I received the sample was black and white, just like a movie. The person had mixed Syria stabilized black beads with our pearl white beads in a dyno mill. What will result is 101% assured breakage. You cannot mix two kinds of grinding media, even if they are the same specifications also, you cannot afford to mix them, because if you do, it is disaster in the making. So with this I humbly conclude my presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.